Hey again, Zoomy77, Evan, and back with the last part of Mario Kart 64 or VA Tournament Archives. Ives current episode. But before we get to the conclusion, let's not forget our Stump the Fans trivia quiz answer. The question one more time, how many career wins does Dan Burbank on the top left actually have through the latest one? Not many of you would know this, but believe it or not, he racked up a whopping 119. Unfortunately. So that means next time there's a VA tournament, be on the lookout for win number 120. For Dan's Game fans and or Dan's Game 89. On Twitch. Meanwhile, let's get on with the conclusion of this matchup. On to the turnpike we go. To start the fourth quarter. Oh, okay, phew, thank goodness. Thank goodness the lap count's back. I did not want this being like 2018 where we have an endless amount of laps, like a NASCAR race. 500 laps around the turnpike. Meanwhile, starting out with a decoy. On Dan's end. Dan and Kyle got an item. Conga line and a red shell. Triple reds for Weatherton. Triple shroom. For Dan, as he retakes the lead. With very swift effort. Almost as swift as the pop singer Taylor. And bam! Shock dodge! Well, because of a course outing, actually. Oh, bam! Shock dodge! Dodge. Again for Dan. That's amazing. And we got a star from Isa. Thank God it's not another lightning bolt. As Kyle picks up a star. Oh my God, double stars. And, triple shrooms for Weatherton, I believe. As Dan Burbank still holding onto the red shell in the lead. Not much action going on in the front of the pack as we head to the final lap. Where the vehicles start to get dicey, if you're fast enough. All right. Kyle takes a red shell. And on to a star. R for Kyle. And a gold shroom for Isa. Which is his reply for saying, "You better get out of my way, or Isa, I will run you down." And he shrunk it. And, of course, he just shrinks with a lightning bolt. No shock dodge for this time for Dan. And he already got 2 of them. I know he had 2 shock dodges, actually. I mean, we all know that, technically, because we saw this matchup. And he will close into the finish. Being the top dog. Weatherton will end up in second place, for sure. As for Isa, it's basically third. As Isa finally gets out of his stick crisis. And picks up another point. On to Frap Snowland. I was really hoping for an AB spin. Isa does not have that nailed. Unfortunately. And Isa gets hit. Weatherton picks up a star. Trying to catch back up. Triple reds and a green, so it's basically a shell game for Dan and Kyle. Alright, Gold Shroom for Weatherton. Yeah, triple green and single red. And for the two shell game competitors in this track, Dan and Kyle. Isa picked up a bolt. Oh, man. I feel like instead of Mario Kart Mayhem, maybe I should have called it Thunderstorm, a series of thunderstorm warnings. I don't know. Nah, I don't think that would work. Or, you know what? Nah, maybe that won't work at all. And Dan takes it over to the final lap. Kyle close behind. Of course, taking my... Well, not really. Oh, Isa picked up another bolt. Oh, wow. I feel like I'm going to have to tally up all the thunderstorm warnings on the entire match, and I'll post it in the description. I'll probably put it in the description. And, like, probably later. But yeah, Kyle picks it up. Wow. Dan second. Weatherton in third. Wow. So it is a tight race going into Mount Weathertanko. All right, and we got a decoy on Dan's end, as it's probably a speed game for everyone else. Well, except Kyle, of course, because he has Carnage. Got a banana on Kyle's end, triple reds for Dan. Oh, Weatherton picks up a lightning bolt. Oh, man. Probably the umpteenth lightning bolt in this entire week. Meanwhile, Isa picking up a star. Our triple shrooms for Dan to try to catch up to Weatherton. And who had a conga line and a single banana. Meanwhile, Dan trying to catch back up with a star. Alright, head over to the final lap. Still got that. Oh, nope. Green shell for Weatherton. And triple reds for Kyle. A boo for Dan. Oh, this is getting interesting. And, of course, triple shroom for Kyle. Wow. All right, Dan picks up the win. Kyle, second place. Weatherton, third. And Isa, well, dead last. For probably the 13th time this match. Meanwhile, Dan and 30. Weatherton and Kyle, 29. All right. On to Mario Raceway we go. So we got green shell. L's going in from all three of the four competitors. Oh, Kyle picks up a bolt. Uh-oh. But yeah, he's mindful Isa has a star, so. Bam! Shock dodge! Isa this time. I think Kyle used it too early. Is Dan. And getting some carnage on his end. And, oh my god, Weatherton takes the lead. Oh. Fake item box heading around Kyle's corner. And another star for Isa. Oh, as Kyle picks up triple shrooms. Booms as he front runs going into the final lap. Weatherton and Dan close behind. We got a boo on Kyle's end. And as he heads into his own corner. Oh, bam! Shock dodge! Jaisa didn't know about Kyle having a boo right now, as he will take the win easily. Weatherton and Dan are close behind. Oh, Weatherton took second, though. Dan in third. Final score. Kyle in the lead with a full rack and a deuce. Dan and Weatherton tied with a very inappropriate innuendo and a stick. And Isa just deuce. For dead last. Yes. What an epic battle this has been. I mean, it would have been good to interview Dan, Kyle, and Weatherton, but I guess after current times, well, I don't know. Different fates are occurring at this point. So I guess we'll wrap it up today. I've been Eric Zubik signing off for now. Out next week, we have another good match. And don't forget, the day before the 4th of July, we got a bonus coming up. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, it's been Eric Zubik. See you next time on the Mario Kart 64 VA Tournament Archive.